What's up, guys? Further look inside the CDH Power Ford package. You got these cute little boxes that you were sent with CDH Power. You got your motor mount, which I got one of these already. Kudos to them. I got one of these like last month. Alright, pull one of these out. We have the 1/8 headset stem. They mark it nicely. Shout out to them for doing that. Get the box cutter. Back over here with the 1/8 one headset. Let's hope we have the bearings in here, because last time it's kind of cattywampus, so we're gonna have to separate these guys and go from there, because I already know what is in the motor mount box. You got your typical universal motor mount for your CDH Power frame, and then you got your forks, which is the bread and butter completely. I have my stem over there, which we'll have to take a closer look at that. Alright, so we're back now. Now we have our box cutter. We're gonna take a quick little look-see-loo into this bad boy. Take a little deep dive into CDH Power. Alright. That must be the blade side. I don't want to do that to myself. That'd be uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Wow. Looks like the bearings are in here. Looks like it. Looks like it. I see something. It's all in one piece. They've got it all in one piece. Last time, it was in shambles. So, yeah, cool. It's all in one piece. Me. So we got this in here, separate it all. Shout out to CDH Power, they listen to me. Feeder. Sorry about that. Rude interruption. But we have this, which is all in one piece. Shout out to CDH Power for listening to their customers' feedback. Sometimes they don't put the bearings in there like they should. Also, we're gonna have to grease these bad boys up, which I'm very happy about. Onto the forks themselves. I already have a set of these guys. Oh, what else? What else? Oh, they hit the double whammy, guys. We got what we need. We got a 3.4 liter fuel tank valve, which is the petcock, which that's a big whammy on me. What else? And you got your forks, of course. No air forks, of course, you know. Obviously, you're going to have to do a little bit of adjustments to the way you want these bad boys. Going to put some smaller cranks on here. Some big-ass rotors. Big-ass rotors. Nice, fat, beefy calipers, too, for high speeds. Yeah. Might have to peel off the sticker ever so slightly. And then, possibly, if not, I might have to make my own CDH Power stickers to put on the frame itself, because I'd like to have some CDH Power livery on there. It'd be nice to have that itself. Just just give it a little bit of a compliment, you know. Treat the frame, you know, call it the Black Mamba, but also have CDH Power on the forks and the frame itself, you know. Add, you know, blends all stickers, you know, the numbers, of course. You know, make it a race bike, essentially, using all CDH Power parts. Well, mainly bike parts, but not the motor. Not the motor. The motor's a whole different story, you know. Completely different story, alright? Team PKR kind of story, you know, that's where we're headed, alright? Shh. I'm spilling too many beans here, so I'm gonna have to put the frame, well, the whole components back together inside the box, and then we'll go from there. But onto the stem. Alright. So now, your cute little envelope here. And they number it nicely too, which is 1, and that's 2, that's 3, 4, and also 5 is over there. So you got your forks, you got your motor mount, and then you got that. And then you have your crankset. Onto the crankset, which I actually was going to save for a different bike, my steel frame bikes, and put on a smaller crankset because those 26-inch cranks are not going to really work that well for this particular build. Which you can see these are a little bit on the long side. You can see the big fat beefy axle here for that, and you got your bolts, everything you need to put together a wide crankset, and which I plan on taking the whole, it's just a single like piece crank, because I'm going to have to do a 2-piece essentially and put this together, and I'm going to have a wider crankset for, let alone this jog pipe that I'm putting together, and we'll see how it goes. If not, 212 it is. 212 with some 1-inch diameter forks, some big old fat brakes. This frame may crack, and I may die. I may die at 65 miles per hour fast. Edit, I don't know what the fuck I just said that for, but whatever. You know, shit happens. But here we go. Felt Faker, Project Black Mamba, Far Quads Garage, out.